We are continuing our topic of conversation of hurricanes, and this week we're talking about what steers a hurricane on its particular path.
Fox 44's meteorologist Haley Fitzpatrick has the answer in this week's WeatherWise.
The movement of a hurricane from one location to another is a term we call hurricane propagation. And the paths they take are all very unique in their own way, but what causes a hurricane to propagate from one location to another? In the early part of hurricane season, storm systems are more likely to develop around the Caribbean or Gulf of Mexico. And now there's an area off the coast of West Africa near Cape Verde where the hot and dry air from the Saharan desert meets the cooler, moist air closer to the equator down south. Heading into the latter half of hurricane season, August and September timeframe, this is where most hurricanes that hit the United States come from. They tend to move around like they have a mind of their own, but these giant powerhouses are actually just pushed around by the trade winds. Now, the trade winds are constant westward moving winds near the equator, which shove these storms closer to the United States. And depending on how strong these winds are, that can make for complicated travel. Once the storm travels roughly 25 to 30 degrees latitude, that's where the trade winds become less of an influence and the local weather over the United States takes over in the steering of these storms. Now, there's multiple factors to this, but our weather patterns over the United States from low pressure to high pressure can determine if one of these hurricanes will impact the coast. Not only this, but located in the western North Atlantic is the Bermuda High, which also plays a big role in steering hurricanes towards the East Coast or towards us in Texas. Why? Well, the Bermuda High can be strong or weak, and depending on where it's located, can influence hurricane propagation. The stronger the Bermuda High, the more likely these storms will ride up the western periphery, causing it to make a bigger impact on the East Coast. Or if the high is further south at a certain time a tropical cyclone is forming, that will impact the Caribbean islands or the Gulf coastline. But when a hurricane travels up the eastern coastline, a lot of the times when it gets to a certain point to the north, you'll notice an acceleration in movement due to the way the jet stream picks up these storms and shoves them further off to the north and east. Now, hurricane propagation can be very complicated, and determining its track depends on all these factors and more. As always, if you have any other weather questions needing to be answered, reach out to me. Your question may just be featured on our next WeatherWise segment. In the studio, I'm meteorologist Haley Fitzpatrick, Fox 44 News.